Hello there. Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Threesome FPL podcast. I'm Phil and I'm here with Anthony. How are you, Anthony?
Oh, mate, I'm good. And I am absolutely basking in the glory of watching England smashing in 15 goals for no reply. We're going to win the World Cup, boys.
If only San Marino were in the World Cup, eh?
Hey, what a team they are, by the way. Really good, high-quality opposition we've beaten there. So, yeah, it's looking good for next Christmas, boys.
Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it? Christmas. It doesn't feel right to me that it's at Christmas. But anyway, we're here with someone who looks grayer than usual. Mike, how are you?
Well, can I introduce you, please, to a lump of cheddar cheese? Nick one, per one, drop one, cur one, nut, vindaloo. I'm very well, thank you, lads. How are you? I do look. Yeah, I think I look like Jesus is calling me home. There's a very bright light here in the dining room that doubles up as a recording studio. So my apologies.
No, it's fine. I just realised because I saw how grey you looked, and I thought I'll check how grey I look. But the angle of the screen is fine. I didn't realise quite how beautifully blue my eyes look on these podcasts. Look at wow.
Oh yeah, they are.
It's a shame those that only capture the audio miss out on that, but them's the breaks.
It is, but I would say we are better. We are better as audio than we are video. And for those who listen on audio, yes, that is true. Yeah.
So radio.
This week we're going to speak to some international correspondents, find out what's been happening over the international break. Then we're going to be doing our quiz. Then we got to work out what's going on with new manager bounces. There's 4 new managers, or at least relatively new managers, and we've got to see how that's going to affect us in FPL. Then we've got some listener questions to round us off. Have you enjoyed the international break, Mike?
No.
Gosh.
In a word,
I hate the international break. I absolutely hate it.
Do you not feel like
it liberates me of football for a couple of weeks? I suppose I can take in the garden centres, but apart from that, lads, no, not a fan.
To be fair, you do love Haskins.
I do. Haskins, for our international listeners, and indeed anyone outside of Dorset or Hampshire, is the local garden centre, the big garden centre, and they stock Christmas village items. And I have been since October building my Christmas village ready for the festive season. So it's coming together, lads. Couple of weeks, it'll be live, ready for you to come and check out.
Amazing. Looking forward to that.
What a treat that's going to be. So then, let's get cracking. We haven't got a game week to review, which is just as well. That's the biggest treat for me this whole episode. So we're going to go around the globe, and we'll check in with our Spanish correspondent if that's okay. Do you think they're ready, Mike?
Oh gosh, we've gone early with this, but I'm sure they are ready. The idea, obviously, just to catch up with how the international break went for some of our Premier League players.
Yeah, okay. So heading over to Spain.
Hello.
Hi there. How you doing?
Oh, very good day to you. Welcome to Spain. It's España. So in Spain, just on the border to Italy, Juan Laporta played 290 minutes. That's Man City's Laporta played 290 minutes, 180 minutes. Rodrigo, he played 2 lots of half an hour. He of Leeds United. And Azpilicueta, he played a full 90 in a midweek.
He did. Did you see what happened with Azpilicueta and Ibrahimovic?
Of course I did. I'm the Spanish correspondent.
What were your views on the situation?
I thought it was a combination of good and bad.
Okay. Do you lie on either side?
Oh, sometimes, and sometimes on my back.
Okay, great. Yeah, did you see that incident, Anthony?
Yeah, I'm just confused why our Spanish correspondent seems to be slightly Chinese and Indian all at the same time.
Oh, I'm a well-travelled, my friend.
I can tell. Yeah, that was classic Zlatan, wasn't it? I saw that earlier. Yeah, brilliant. He's been banned now as well, isn't he, for the next game or for the playoffs?
Yeah. Did you see what happened, Mike?
No, I didn't happen to see what happened. No, what happened?
So corner's coming in, and just as it comes in, Zlatan he kind of, if you imagine there's a person behind him that shoved him, he's reacted in that way, but there is no one behind him, and then shouldered like the most aggressive shoulder attack on the back of Aspilicueta.
Oh dear!
Absolutely floored him with it, and then he turned around as if to say, "Oh, who pushed me?" But there was no one there.
Oh dear! No injury though. He came out of it okay.
Well, he's been banned, but Aspilicueta I think will be okay.
Aspilicueta is what I'm meaning. Yeah.
Aspilicueta will be fine.
All right, so a couple of Man City assets. A couple of Man City assets there, and Aspilicueta as well.
And Laporte had two 90s. The correspondent was saying, yeah,
that's what he was saying. Yeah, that's what he was saying. Did we get a name for him?
I don't know. You
probably
might know better than me.
No, I don't, mate. I know. I just link us up. I don't know that. I don't know names. No, not me.
You think it was Juan, Anthony?
I think it was Juan. Yeah.
Okay.
Juan nil.
Oh, very good. Was that the score? It was the score.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Smoothly done, boys.
Well, let's head over to our Scottish correspondent. Hello there. Can you hear us in Scotland?
Oh, hello, dear.
Hi there. Who's this?
My name?
Yes.
Mrs. Doubtfire, dear.
Oh, lovely. Mrs. Doubtfire used to watch a film with someone with a similar name to you.
Oh, lovely, dear.
So, how did Scotland get on?
Well, they had a very good week, but a busy and taxing week with the need to qualify. They got a third place in the group finish. Tierney playing very well for lovely defensive display. John McGinn of Aston Villa, please dear, don't drop the music because the accent is struggling. John McGinn with a lovely back heel assist, and Shay Adams, a goal and an assist for him. Well done, young Shay. Perhaps he'll be going back to Southampton. A bonny lad.
Oh, what?
A bonny lad.
A bonny lad.
Bonny lad.
Okay. Well, yeah, I wondered if that will affect him. I wondered whether maybe that will make him hit form. What's Southampton's fixtures like, Anthony?
Good question. I don't know. Let me find them.
Come on, Ant. Do a bit of
research.
Ant,
you've got one job.
I'm sorry, boys.
I can tell you now that their game this weekend is Norwich, because the last game that Southampton played was against a Dean Smith side. It was a home win to Aston Villa, and they face him again. It's the first time ever in the Premier League that a team has played the same manager in consecutive games.
Well, that is a stat.
I tried.
I had heard that stat. I heard that stat on Monday night, actually.
All right.
When you boys were playing football, I was having a curry. Very nice indeed.
Very nice.
With a football statistician?
Well, Rob is very much that. Yeah, I'd say he's a football statistician. I mean, I trust every word the man says. Although he did have a view on smoky bacon being better than unsmoked bacon.
Absolutely ludicrous.
I would agree with Rob on that one. Love a bit of smoked bacon.
Not if you want that bacon repeating on for the next 48 to 72 hours.
Oh, that's all part of the fun, boys.
Oh dear.
You smoke out?
Yeah, I love smoked bacon. Love it.
Why do you want your food to taste of smoke?
Why would? Yeah,
do you miss the bygone days when you could walk home from a pub stinking of fags?
Well, yeah, that's true.
Horrible
indeed. Mike, sorry to interrupt you, but I believe we've got our Dutch correspondent on the line in Amsterdam, so we'll just head over there if that's okay.
Of course.
And hello there.
Hello, we're smoking the pancakes in Holland. My name is Jasper.
Hello, Jasper. How did your fine team get on in the international break?
Oh, yes. We had a very good time in the Netherlands. A 2-0 win on Tuesday evening. with Virgil van Dijk playing his second 90 minutes in a week.
Okay.
So Virgil, he may be struggling in terms of minutes in the legs, but I want to give shout out to Steven Bergwijn, an assist and a goal against Norway. Maybe he comes back with a spring in his step.
Okay, Bergwijn. Okay, what are Spurs fixtures like, Ant?
Well, they're actually quite good, boys.
Oh, he's on the page.
I'm
Anthony,
ready. I'm prepared.
He knows the Spurs fixtures. Oh yeah, he loves the Spurs fixtures.
I think our Dutch correspondent might be ill. I'm not sure.
Oh, nice,
well-
Josh Jasper.
he has had a lot of chada.
These fixtures, boys. Leeds
Go.
at home, Burnley away, Brentford home, Norwich home, Brighton away, Leicester away. Winnable.
The problem is they've got a settled front three, haven't they? Their go-to front three now are Moura, Son, Kane, and I just wonder how Bergwijn cracks that. But yeah, it's been a good week for him. So I don't know. Perhaps Antonio sees that and gives him a go from the off. Maybe he's a bench player.
5.9. He's cheap.
He is cheap.
Yeah, if he's one of those players. If he starts starting a few games, then you get him in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But certainly
Agree
he's a
with
bit of a punt at the moment with Conte.
Do we worry about Van Dijk playing 2 lots of 90? I guess not.
No, he's a beast.
Okay.
No.
He's fine.
He's not travelling very far, is he, for those games? So, yeah, it could be worse.
Did the Netherlands? Did they get through in the end?
Yeah, they got through.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, they're through.
That's good. Okay, cool. Well, let's head over to a team who are not guaranteed a place in the World Cup. Let's head over to Italy.
Oh, what's the matter, you? Shut up on your face. Oh, yeah.
Hello there.
Oh.
Singing a song that was sung by an American Australian there.
Oh, but we love it in Italy.
Oh, okay.
Hello,
Where is
it's Mario here from Turin.
Hello, Mario in Turin. So, what happened with your lot during the international break?
Oh, well, we had a 1-1 draw with Switzerland, and then a 0-0 draw with the Northern Ireland. Jorginho, he a key player for us, but he missed a last-minute penalty against Switzerland. Unusual for Jorginho, but he missed the penalty.
Jorginho's missed a few penalties recently.
Not that unusual then.
No, not particularly. Because he missed one against England, didn't he? And he missed one in the Premier League.
Yes, you were right. You were right. I go a little bit bored.
I'm just gonna say.
From a time at a time. That is because my wife, she's from Kazakhstan.
Okay, cool.
And I pick up the accent.
Oh, well, it's okay. We understand. We're very understanding. We're a multinational podcast, so it's fine. Not a problem at all.
I have a very little information on the Kazakhstani results, though. They drew.
Well,
they lost. They lost the 2 games.
Is that an assumption?
No, they lost the 2 games.
Oh, okay. Who were they playing?
I do not remember, but I do remember they lost both games.
Did it make your wife quite angry?
Oh, she a little angry, yes. Anyway, in terms of Premier League players, it was just Jorginho. This feels like quite a long segment for one player.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, I would suggest I could probably do a better Italian accent than your genuine one, Mario.
Ciao, Bella. Then I'm a genuine one.
Ciao, Bella. I mean, you say
it means goodbye, beautiful. I must go.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's
getting
me.
more Borat.
Am I a Mario? Did I say Mario?
You said Mario because you went for it one.
It's me, a Mario. I must go. I must go now.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for coming. I'm
Thanks,
looking.
Borat.
I'm looking forward to speaking to our next correspondent. I don't think we need to dwell too much on Jorginho, except for maybe don't get him in just because he does penalties. Because his form on pens isn't great.
I'd go with that.
Someone people have been frustrated with recently, but has been playing superbly on the international stage, is going to get spoken about now because we're heading over to Jamaica.
Oh, yeah, man. How we doing?
Yeah, how are you? Who are we speaking to, please?
Hello, my name is Marcel, and I'm from Jamaica. I'm from Jamaica. Yeah, man. I'm from Jamaica.
And how did you get on during the international break?
Oh, we did all right, man. We did okay, man. We played the United States of America. A 1-0 draw. Yeah, man.
It's a good result, isn't it?
It's a good result. Antonio, he scored a beautiful goal. Beautiful goal, man. Beautiful goal. Played the 90. He scored a great goal. It was a worldie.
Did he play 90 minutes during the break?
He played 90 minutes, man. Yeah, man. And Sanko, you did. And he in the game in Jamaica, man, he played at Independence Park, only 5,000 people, man, because of the COVID, man. Yeah. But he played 180 minutes, scored the 1 goal against USA. Great result. Oh, yeah, man.
Okay. Well, thanks very much for that, Marcel.
It's bobsleigh time.
It is bobsleigh time. And you've got Antonio, and he's West Ham has scored 7 goals in the last 2 games, and he's not been involved in any of them.
Correct.
But the goal he scored against the USA was the definition of arrow into the top corner, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's an absolute beauty, wasn't it? Yeah, he's still selected by 47%. And looking at the fixtures, boys, yeah, it's high, isn't it? Wolves away next Saturday, but then Man City away, Brighton home, Chelsea home, Burnley away, Arsenal away. Bit of a mixed bag, isn't it?
Oh, I was about to go there with the mixed bag. It's very much one we would wheel out the mixed bag for.
What's your favourite? If you could have a bag that was full of a mixture of something, what would your mixture be? Dolly mixtures,
money,
foamy bananas.
Right. Okay. Money and foamy bananas. That's your. That's something.
Well, I could buy foamy bananas with my mixture of money. You see.
If you had like 3 wishes, your first one would be unlimited wishes. Is that?
Yes, that's how I roll. That's how I
Clever.
roll.
Simple.
Yeah.
Simple.
Okay.
I would
bag
like
off you.
Probably dolly mixtures or toffees. If I could have a guarantee that my teeth would stay in when I ate the toffees.
Sorry. You've got the Genie series offering you a mixed bag of anything, and you've gone for some dolly mixtures and toffees.
Well, actually,
I'd ask for a mixture of rich experiences.
Oh gosh, I think. Do you know what the Genie would do? The Genie would say, "Look, you're just so irritating. I'm taking back your wish.
Oh,
I'm going to give it to Phil because he's just thrown one up the wall on dolly
because it's
mixtures,
easy.
So.
Just it's easy.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If you just did, the Genie could just dip down the newsagents with yours. Don't need a Genie. You don't need a Genie. You just need a Tesco delivery.
What, to get dolly mixtures? Can you get them from Tesco's these days?
Of course
I think you can.
Okay.
There might be a shortage as there is of most things these days, but
Well, I veered off there. And what are you doing with Antonio? Because I'm considering going Vardy to Antonio.
Oh, Vardy's not having much of a party at the moment, is he?
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people have walked out on the Vardy party. They've said, you know what, this was a great party. Actually, I'm getting a bit bored of this now. The drink's dried up.
It's gone on too long.
Those sandwiches are curling at the ends.
I'm heading over to. I'm singing outrageously bad.
Yeah. I'm heading over to Antonio's now. See ya.
Well, ironically, my front two at the moment are Vardy and Antonio.
Ooh.
Yeah. I feel like one more game for Antonio and then with Man City next. But I do really want Callum Wilson in, boys. I really do.
I've bought him.
You have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Newcastle at home. Eddie's first game. Brentford, who are having a real dip in form. It feels like he's a cert to score And I've got 2 out of form strikers, Premier League wise, FPL points wise at the moment. Anyway,
Yeah, is he gonna do it long term for you though, Wilson? I mean, I'm saying that because I've brought him in. I'll transfer him out in a couple of weeks. Doesn't really matter.
Of course, yeah.
From your perspective,
very much be short term. I think it depends what kind of start they get. I'm just going to have a quick look at their fixtures. Ooh, there's some nice ones coming up. Apart from Arsenal away, they've got Norwich at home, Burnley home, Leicester away, and then just before Christmas, Liverpool away, Man City home. So they're not great, are they?
I'll tell you what Wilson's not done.
What's that?
Played international football for the last 2 weeks.
Very good point. Yeah, he should
be
fresh legs and ready to go. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I would certainly be having him in for the next 4 to 6 weeks, looking at those fixtures. But over the festive period, not too good. Liverpool away, Man City home, Man United at home, and Everton away.
Ouch. Eddie doesn't have a good traditional Christmas anyway. You know, we always seem to do badly at Christmas.
Bournemouth hated Christmas.
They do. Let's go back to our correspondence then. And
good. Yep.
We're heading just over the water to Ireland. Hello there, Ireland. How are you?
Well, hello there, Phil. It's Seamus here. Top of the morning to you.
Seamus, the WWE wrestler?
No, we are often confused. He was named after me.
Was he? Was he? Wow. Okay. And how did Ireland get on during the international break?
Oh, they did all right, young fella. They did all right. Seamus Coleman, he played the 90s, so he did.
So many Seamuses.
Yes, indeed. Seamus Coleman, he played the 90, and for our counterparts over their border, Northern Ireland, Johnny Evans played above games for the Northern Irish team.
Okay, so looking at Leicester, that could be. I mean, that's a lot of minutes for Johnny Evans. He's 704, isn't he?
Oh, to be sure, about 704, young fella.
Okay, I mean, in truth, you sound a little bit like Mrs. Doubtfire, who we had on the phone earlier.
Oh no, dear, I'm still on the line.
I'm just sorry.
Oh dear, I'm just listening along because I love your podcast. Oh, yes, he does. She really does. Oh, she really does. Don't you, Mrs. Doubtfire? Oh, I do, dear.
I feel like this is one of the moments that the podcast will break. Okay, well, Seamus, is there any other players that have been busy in the international break who are contributing FPL points for us?
Well, to be honest with you, Philip,
please do.
They are primarily made up of players from the Championship League One and the Irish League, so they are.
Okay, fair enough.
So this really has been a segment shoehorned in because I can make a half-arsed, as we call it over here, attempt at an Irish accent.
Okay, well, let's flip over quickly then to the other side of Great Britain. Again, across the water. Let's head over to France.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, ça va?
Ah oui, ça va bien, merci. Et toi?
Yep. Yeah, how are you?
Ah, oui bien, oui bien. It is me, Marcel.
Again, Marcel.
Popular name?
Oh.
It is a popular name tonight.
Oh, did I say Marcel earlier on?
A little bit.
Maybe you heard Marcel earlier on. Hold on, it is Marcel. I put you on to my brother, Jean-Pierre. Hello, Jean-Pierre here, live from France. Good evening, Fancy for some podcast.
Hello there, Jean-Pierre. How did France get on during the international break?
They played very well. We played great football. Careful of the ball, rat. Bonjour. We played very well.
You can only do French if it's in a dirty Frenchman's accent.
He sounds like Lumiere off Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, be my guest.
I mean, whatever you sound, it sounds like a naughty movie.
Oh, yes, it does. Hugo Lloris, he played 90 minutes 2 times in a row. That is 80 minutes. Kazuma, he played the 90 minutes versus Finland, a victory for the French, Allez le Bleu. And N'Golo Kante, he played 72 minutes on a Tuesday night, also against Finland.
Against who? Sorry, I missed that.
Finland.
Oh, gosh, I never want to see that face ever again on screen.
Why these correspondents always got their eyes closed? It's very strange.
I wish I had my eyes closed when he made that noise.
They are channeling their accents.
Oh, okay. So Zuma played for France. I didn't think he was playing for France. So that's a surprise.
He played the full 90 minutes.
Well, it's
All right, it's back.
It's good to see him get some recognition. Any other Premier League players heavily involved, Mike?
No, who?
Jean-Pierre?
No Pogba this week. So he be, how do you say, very well rested.
Well, he's injured, isn't he?
But he will have had a very nice rest.
Okay. Well, thanks, Jean-Pierre. I'm gonna, because this segment it's dragged a little. We do need to get to our quiz.
It certainly has.
So off you pop, and we're just gonna head slightly south to the warmer climate of Portugal.
Good evening from Portugal.
Hello there. Who's this, please?
It's Fabio.
Fabio. Hi there, Fabio.
Hello.
How has your international break been?
Oh, it's very good, thank you. And yours?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
All
Nice and
righty.
relaxing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, you've interrupted me. I was going to tell you in more detail, but don't worry about it. That's fine, Fabio. You tell me about yours. Tell me about yours.
Well, Semedo, he played 90 minutes and another 90 minutes, as did Ronaldo, much to his frustration. And
Why was he frustrated?
Because he did not win the games. Cancelo, he played 90 minutes in the last game. Jota, 83. Bernardo Silva, 1 minute more. That's right, it's 84.
Ah, okay.
I am a poet, and I did not know it.
Great.
Fernandes, he played behind Ronaldo for 75 minutes in the first game, just half an hour in the second. He a little more well-rested than Ronaldo.
Okay, and what's your opinion in Portugal about playing Ronaldo and Fernandes together?
We like it.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah,
Great.
we like it.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for your help, Fabio.
It's been a pleasure.
Get back to your pastel de nata.
Yes.
And we will no doubt speak to you again later in the year.
Bragatar, boys. Bragatar.
Thank you. Thank you. Take
Do you
care,
know what
Fabio.
Bragatar means?
It's a type of sausage.
I have no idea. It's a word I made up. Good night.
Wow.
Well, there we have it. There's our international catch-up. I don't think it's told us too much, apart from maybe Antonio might have a bit of confidence back going into this run of games.
If I can offer a crumb of comfort to our listeners, there isn't another international break for a considerable amount of time.
I know that's next year.
Yeah,
I think it is.
That's great news. Great news.
Yeah, that is handy. I've enjoyed having a break from the Twitter and a break from because mainly when I have popped onto Twitter, I've seen that, as is tradition with international breaks, it is just people arguing constantly. So it's good to come off there, and it's been nice to just chill out in the evenings a bit more. Don't have to watch football thinking, oh, is my player playing and all this nonsense. So yeah. Right. Well, interesting question has just come in online as we approach our quiz. Mike, I don't know if you can see the screen, but there's a question from FPL Harry.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Harry, listen, I'm really sorry if this is the reason you've tuned in and you've just had the shower that was the last 20 minutes. The spicy chip has not happened yet, Harry. Unfortunately, I forgot to hand them out to the boys ahead of tonight's recording. So we will be rolling that over for next week. It will definitely happen next week. You have my word. Okay. I have read on it, though, not to be in if you have any heart issues. And I have some heart issues.
Me and my heart, we've got issues, to quote the Saturdays or whoever
you
it
do
was.
have a lot of issues, Mike, but...
Yeah, I'm happy to run the risk. There's no way I'd rather go, to be honest, than live on the Fantasy Freedom FPL podcast.
Death by Hot Chris.
So, yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
so, gents, this week, 2 of our captains are getting picked because FPL Dave Paxton won 2 weeks ago. And then we had a lot of winners before the international break. A lot went Trossard and one person went Rico Henry. We threw their names into a hat and the winner is Aratrevo, who went Rico Henry. So FPL Dave Paxton and Aratrevo will be picking 2 of our captains this week. So we're going to do
my captain plus one other. Good. Okay.
3 quiz questions, and hopefully we will have a clear winner. And at least
FPL
2
Harry's
losers.
not happy.
FPL Harry's understandably furious about the lack of crisp.
He wouldn't be turning off.
Harry, if it would help, I can just eat a normal crisp just to keep us going.
Maybe go and get one, and we can
I'll feign that it's hot, if you like.
If you want, go and get a crisp. Go on.
Okay.
Go and get a crisp. He's off. He's off to get a crisp.
If he comes back with a Watts, I won't be happy.
Yeah, Harry's got a good idea that Mike should have to eat both the crisps for failing to distribute them.
That's a good point. What's he gone for? I'm guessing quavers.
Quavers?
It's a good guess. No, it's hottest crisp in
the
world,
right.
lads.
What you got? What you got, Mike? Oh, who knows?
Good. Oh no! You know what he's done? He's slightly moved his laptop and has died.
He's back. He's there, everybody.
It's the hottest. It's the hottest skip in the world. I'll only eat it if I lose, of course. So.
Oh well, of course.
Okay.
Oh, the jeopardy of it.
Mike, the idea has been given that you can put hot sauce on that.
That's very kind of whoever came up with that idea.
It's FPL Harry, who quite frankly is, if he has watched along with the first half an hour, you can understand his fury at now finding out about the crisps.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He's seen a little bit behind the curtain as well in terms of, I'm going to fess up, guys. This may come as news to a number of you, but that was me doing the accent. So
no,
yeah,
sorry,
little behind the curtain there for you, little cheeky extra. Okay, so who's going first on the quiz, lads?
Well, Anthony has something prepared, and Mike, I'm guessing you don't.
Oh no, I do, lads.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, I absolutely don't. So
you're going to be going last then.
I'll be going last. Yeah. Okay. So, boys, Anthony, you can go first because I know that you are at least organised and were organised earlier than Mike.
Okay, boys, you're going to be playing a little bit of true or false tonight, boys.
Ooh.
True or false. So, 28 years ago today, England.
Oh gosh, I thought you were going to say 28 questions there.
Goodness.
Oh, it's got 28 questions. We haven't got time for 28 questions.
Historical results are just definitely not my thing. I'm going to struggle here.
Don't get your excuses in early.
No,
Let me finish. 28 years ago today, boys, England were playing San Marino in their last qualifier for the 94 World Cup. And I think we all know how that turned out. So I've got 8 statements or facts about the game that night. And you need to tell me if they're true or false.
The good news is I actually remember watching this game.
So, so you've got no excuse then, Mike. So I will toss a coin as to who goes first.
Oh, tails never fails.
Okay, Phil, it's tails.
There you go.
It is tails.
Oh, it never fails.
So, Phil, you are first. Here is the first statement about that game.
How many statements are we doing?
We're doing 8. You're going to have 4 each. And I do have a tiebreaker question should you be level at the end of your 4 questions each.
Okay.
Phil, here you go. Number 1.
Anthony, can you just repeat about the tiebreaker? I missed that.
So if you boys are tied, at the end of your questions, I have a tiebreaker question prepared.
That's it.
That's literally it.
Cool.
You happy now?
Great. I'm glad we've gone over that again.
Our listeners got to hear that twice, so bonus.
Enjoy editing that out. Right, Phil, your first statement. So San Marino took the lead that night after 8.3 seconds, thanks to a short back pass by Des Walker. Is that true or false?
I'm so sorry, mate. I don't know if it's my connection or yours, but I could barely hear that question. Can you repeat, please?
Oh,
Sure. Oh dear, this is going to take some editing. So San Marino took the lead that night after 8.3 seconds, taking advantage of a short back pass by Des Walker. Is that true or false?
Well, I do remember them scoring very early on. I'll say that it wasn't due to a short back pass by Des Walker. False.
You are
right,
correct.
Phil. It was Stuart Pearce.
Correct, Mike. It was indeed, but the 8.3 seconds was correct. Mike,
Okay, cool.
First one for you, my friend.
Shame that. Yeah, go on then. Yeah.
Ian Wright scored 5 of England's 7 goals that night.
False.
Correct. How many did you score?
Some.
4.
Mm.
Okay, 1 apiece.
Good.
So glad I mixed this up. Phil, Paul Ince scored his first ever goal for England that night. Is that true or false?
I mean, it's possible. Paul Ince didn't score many goals, so I'll say true.
Correct. He did indeed.
Oh, yoy.
2-1 to PB. Mike, your second one.
Mm.
The win for England that night was the 450th in their history. Is that true or false?
False.
Correct. It was their 400th victory.
Thought as much.
There you go. You knew that. So this is going well. 2 apiece, boys. 2 apiece.
Yeah.
That night, Phil, Andy Sinton earned his last ever England cap. Is that true or false?
I mean, Andy Sinton, I don't know how many caps he got. It can't have been many.
I find it quite incredible.
Was he the guy at Sheffield Wednesday?
Sheffield Wednesday, QPR and Wolves.
Find it quite incredible he ever played for England, to be honest.
Yeah,
No, he played quite a few. He played quite a few, lads. He would have had at least 20 caps.
I'm wondering whether he got played in that as just to try him out. I'm going to say it's... So you're saying it was his last ever cap?
Correct.
I'm saying that's true.
It is true. Well done. 3-2. 3
Massive.
True. Mike?
Sorry, I'm just going to make this crisp.
Sure. I bet it's super hot.
Harry, that one was for you, mate.
Paul Merson was an unused sub that night. Is that true or false?
False.
Oh dear, Mike. Oh dear, it's absolutely true.
Oh, no.
Absolutely true. So
Massive.
No pressure, Phil, but if you get this right, it is 1-0 to you.
Well, if I get this right, then Mike gets his captain picked, doesn't he? Because 2 people.
You'll be one of the 2. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, that is true. That is correct.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So Stuart Ripley earned his 10th cap.
Stuart Ripley. I can't believe this hedges on Stuart Blue and Ripley. Very white hair.
Yeah, that is true.
I had him for Blackburn Rovers in a sticker album in the 94-95 sticker album. I remember. Stuart Ripley was a
very talented man.
Very
very talented man. That's talented Mr. Ripley.
Thank you. Very good.
Clever.
But I had his. I think I had his more. I had more swaps of Stuart Ripley in my, with stickers going swap, need, got all that.
Oh, I love
Stuart
all that.
Ripley. Yeah, I remember seeing his face a lot. What was the question?
10th cap.
10th cap
or not 10th cap?
I don't know.
Mike's sent you a lot of hot crisps here.
Not 10th cap. I don't know.
You are correct, Phil.
Oh,
first cap. So, unfortunately for you, Mike, you've lost. So that is one of the 2 captains gone.
All right.
Okay, Mike. So you ask your question then, because it's between me and Ant now.
Okay, gentlemen. So I've got a list here of the top 10 goalkeepers in terms of saves made so far this season in the Premier League. So the amount of saves made.
Bit of every second mounts.
Wow, I want you to go. Either do you want to go head to head or do you do every second's mounts?
Oh, it's your quiz. You choose.
Let's go head to head. So because Phil won the last one, and you get to go first this time. If you get one wrong, then it's game over. You've got to get one right to stay in. So top 10.
So saves made.
Saves made.
Okay.
Anthony, away you go.
Oh no, I feel like I'm going to get this wrong on the first one.
I'm nervous about this.
I really am.
You've got a 50-50 chance if you know your keepers.
Well, he's been really good since he came in. Aaron Ramsdale.
Hang on.
Anthony, and you will be having your captain picked.
No!
He didn't play the first few games.
It was literally the first few there, wasn't it?
That's still a few games you haven't played.
Yeah, see, I had a feeling.
I was going to go Gaeta. Is he in there?
Yeah, he's in there. So I'll go from 10th up to first.
So Anthony.
Alex McCarthy on 28 saves, then Martinez 30, Fabianski 30, Lloris 31,
Ooh.
Goita 31, Nick Pope and David De Gea both on 33, Jose Sarr on 35, Meslier on 38. The top keeper, lads,
Tim
in terms of saves?
Yeah, Tim Krul.
No.
Mendy? He made about 800 against Brentford.
Kasper Schmeichel.
Well, there you go.
Most saves made.
Cool.
So there we go. So that's it, me and Ant.
Well, it's nice to win when I don't even have to answer a question.
Happy days.
Well, thank goodness for true or false.
And okay, so I'll write that down. Ant and Mike losers. Okay.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Have we got any listener questions?
Oh, you want to go to listener questions? We can go to listener questions if you want.
Yeah.
I mean, I did tell you a running order previously, but by all means, we can absolutely throw that out the window and get on to listener questions.
Sure. Or not, whatever, really.
Oh, okay, right. Let's go for. Well, I've got a few that have come in actually. So FPL Commander, he wants to make a hit for a transfer, and he appreciates that this is not the pod to stop him. So should he go Cancelo for Tierney or Kane for Vardy as a priority? If he gets in Kane, he will captain him.
Kane. I think Tierney's fixtures are still half decent for the next few weeks. And I think Spurs, I think he'll come back rejuvenated after some time away on international duty. I think Spurs fixtures are fairly kind as well. And everyone's on Cancelo. So, I'd bring Kane in. It's a nice differential as well, which is mad to say. 12 months ago, if you said that Kane was a differential, you'd have been laughed out of town.
My only worry is, yes, he's back in goal scoring form, but if you look at the opposition, he's basically played a couple of pubs team, hasn't he? Yeah, that would be my only worry.
He has got some pretty good opposition coming up, though. Leeds, Burnley, Brentford, Norwich, Brighton.
Yeah, they're definitely in the winnable bracket, aren't they?
And he's a flat track bully.
He is. I would definitely go Kane over Cancelo in terms of a swap out there.
Yep, I'm with Mike on that one.
Yeah, agreed. All three in agreement. Wow, this is a rare treat. Okay. Craig Richards has pointed out that on occasion we have made some suggestions that have come good. Not here to brag, but thank you. So, which players are we going to say we should look out for between now and the new year?
Ooh.
Well, Callum Wilson would be one for me straight off. I never already mentioned him, but I don't know about you boys. I think Newcastle will get off to a flying start. And
I think they'll get off to a flying start, but I'm not sure how long they maintain that. In terms of between now and January.
I think
so. Maybe like a glider. They'll be on a glider rather than a plane.
Yeah, I would say so.
Glider sounds good, Phil. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you want my 2 cents,
yes,
Craig, then I don't know exactly his fitness, but I would suggest as soon as Patrick Bamford comes back, Leeds are going to be a rejuvenated team. So I would say Bamford, as soon as he's fit, I think, which has got to be soon because it was a strange injury, wasn't it? So it's got to be soon, and so I'm saying Patrick Bamford.
That feels like a horrible suggestion to me, mate. I'm sorry.
I don't like picking Brighton players, but Trossard has had more shots on target than any other player this season. So I look at him. Yeah, he's got Villa, Leeds, West Ham his next three. They've kind of flattered to deceive a little bit. I think everyone's still kind of a little bit hyped over Brighton, and they're taking into account their, maybe not taking into account the last 4 or 5 games that they've had. But yeah, I quite like the look of him. And also, if Lukaku continues to stay out, then if you're looking at someone a bit different, Hudson Odoi again. I really like the look of Hudson Odoi. He's playing on that kind of inverted winger in terms of positioning. And time out before last, he came back with 11 points, a goal, an assist, a clean sheet, and that was just in 70 minutes. So, yeah, I think you've got to be looking a bit outside the box. There's a lot of teams that are a lot of template teams out there now.
True. Okay, next question is sent in by Mickey Race, and it's quite specific.
You're so fine.
He'll appreciate that. Is Lucy going to have the baby tonight? So,
oh wow,
what?
His missus is heavily pregnant, and are we predicting that she will head into labour tonight?
I mean,
tonight being Wednesday,
if it could happen live on air, how amazing would that be?
Well, I don't think he's going to want us to join in. I don't think he's going to need us to give motivational talking to Lucy. I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to want us to add him into the podcast. Could help. I don't know whether those accents earlier may have started at least some Braxton Hicks.
I'd like to think they did. And with that in mind, I would like him to, if it's a girl, call her Euphigenia after Mrs. Doubtfire, or perhaps Fabio, or indeed Marcel.
I mean, Marcel, he was everywhere. Seamus was very popular tonight. I think that it will be Saturday. It'll be Saturday, Mickey, because I think naturally women know that Saturdays, it's just more of a relaxing day, isn't it? So they maybe hold it.
Not sure that's how it works.
I asked my wife the other day, because she was talking about someone who was due to give birth on Christmas Day or something. And I asked if it was possible to just kind of say, like, if you go into labour, just go, no, actually, I'm just not
hold
today,
it.
thanks. Like cross your legs.
Yeah. tie a knot in it.
No, I didn't say that.
No.
But I didn't know if that was possible, but I don't believe it's massively possible from the feedback I've received from my wife.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing, mate.
What time on Saturday do you think this child's going to be born?
Well,
we're talking lunchtime kickoff, tea time kickoff, or 3:00.
Oh no, it's an early start, I'm afraid.
Okay, so Leicester Chelsea then.
Well, I think actually she may well go into labour during the middle of the night, Friday into Saturday, and I think the baby will be born at approximately 10:38 in the morning on Saturday.
Oh well, they'll be home in time for the Leicester game. Fantastic news.
Well, you never know. So good luck with that, Mickey. Good luck, Lucy. More specifically, because Mickey, let's face it, isn't going to be doing much. And if he's anything like you, Mike, he'll just be ordering pizza into the birthing unit.
I mean, I've got to be clear on that. I ordered a pizza for the nurses. I just happened to order an additional one for myself.
Of course.
Unbelievable. Okay, next question. Crystal Palace have impressed against tough opposition. They've got a nice upcoming run. Should we switch over from Sarr of Wolves to Gaeta, or indeed, if you've got Sanchez like me and Ant, over to Gaeta as well? Palace have been looking strong.
Doing a good job there, isn't he, old Patrick Vieira? They got Burnley away, Villa home, Leeds away, Man United away, Everton home as the next few games, boys. What do you think? They're certainly winnable, aren't they? Burnley, the only thing with them is they actually won at home, didn't they, the other week for the first time in, I don't know, about a year or something, didn't they? So their tails might be up off the back of that, but that's probably not a bad shout. I mean, we've got this issue, haven't we, with this goalkeeper, with Sanchez getting sent off for Brighton. He is going to have to come out.
Is he going to come out, or are you just going to play without a keeper? Because I'm tempted to do that and not waste 4 points, because a keeper's going to have to get me 4 points to pay for himself.
I think if you're looking at maybe popping a few pounds in the bank, Guito at the moment is 4.6, whereas Sarr is your 5. So you do save a bit of money there to play.
But he's got Sarr. He wants to go from Sarr to. Oh right, yeah, that is a good point. I've just worked out what you said. So sorry. So
that's
sorry.
all right. So yeah, so Sarr to Guito, it does save you a few pennies moving forward.
Okay, cool. Next question. Okay, this is from Thomas, who is his My Little Bolly on Twitter, and he uses a large quantity of Schitt's Creek memes, gifs, and he introduced me to Schitt's Creek, and I love him for it.
Lovely.
He has got a question. He says, Rafinha, hold or sell for Jota? His priority transfers in out of Gallagher and James for those already have Chilwell or Rudiger. So Rafinha, hold or sell if you could get Jota in, who seems like he's going to play because of the Firmino injury.
Yeah, I mean Rafinha, I've got him in my side, and he's been brilliant for me the last. I think I've had returns from him in the last 3 weeks. He played over in Brazil this week against Argentina, who incidentally went 27 games unbeaten at international level in the 0-0 draw. I just wonder whether he, as a result of that, this weekend will get rested. It's a long journey back from Brazil. So that's a very short-term take on it, but I'm a bit worried about that. And yeah, Jota does look like he's nailed on to start in a Liverpool team that's on fire. So I would be tempted, yes, if I'd not already made 4 transfers.
Did you see in the Otamendi in the Argentina Brazil game, Otamendi elbowed Rafinha in the head.
That's not very
fairly badly. The ref didn't do anything about it, and the ref and the VAR official have now been suspended.
Oh, really?
What? Because they didn't take action.
Blimey.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah. So
also interesting. Salah, just while we're talking about Liverpool and Jota, Salah obviously expected to start on top with him. He was only he was a substitute used for 26 minutes this week. So hopefully, it's a long flight back, but hopefully he'll have some rest in his legs there. Only playing 26 minutes, came off the bench in a 2-1 win against Gabon.
Gabon.
Oh, okay. Good old Gabon. Yeah. Nice. Did you know Gabon?
They don't have talking Gabon.
Thank you. Gabon's capital city is called Libreville. So there you go. Here for you if you need any capital city knowledge.
Nice, very good.
Doesn't help anyone playing FPL right now, though.
Sorry,
not really.
So we'll move on from that. So they are the listeners' questions. So hopefully we've helped in some way. We don't want the podcast to be too long tonight, but we do want to have a quick chat about new manager bounces. So even since last week, there's been even more managers changing hands.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them getting sacked and then joining another club pretty much immediately. So we've got new managers at Norwich, Newcastle, who we discussed last week. If you didn't listen to last week's, we went into quite a lot of depth as to what we think that Eddie can bring to Newcastle, with us being Bournemouth fans. So if you're interested, then give it a listen. Spurs, Conte, has been in for a game so far, and Gerrard in at Villa, which I think is the most fascinating one for me.
Yeah, agreed.
Feels like a gamble on both sides, that one.
Well, it feels to me like Norwich just kind of saw Dean Smith was available and just on the off chance have gone for it, basically. Doesn't feel like there's too much more thought than that. I mean, he was pretty much relieved of his duties, wasn't he, at Villa, and then was immediately announced at Norwich. But yeah, Gerrard is the one.
Yeah,
Gerrard is the one to look out for.
Yeah, we'll come to Dean Smith in a minute. But yeah, Gerrard, he played a very attacking brand of football. If you look at the signings he made in his first season there, players like Ryan Kent, he was very keen to bring pace into the side. That was a big part of the success that he had up there. And yeah, I think 4 of his first 5 signings were all attacking players. So it's exciting times, I think, for Villa. It must feel a bit weird, like it being this blatant that Villa are just a stepping stone for him to Liverpool. I think we all know, probably for the most part, unless we're fans of one of the big 4 clubs, that our clubs are stepping stones to greater things if the players achieve what they want to achieve. But it's so blatantly obvious with this. It just feels a bit uncomfortable for me.
But what happens if he does terrible at Villa then? Does that scupper that?
Well, Solskjaer got Cardiff relegated, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, Solskjaer. I mean, this is... I mean...
well, yeah. I think that's a one-off. I think that's an exception to the rule, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think he'd work his way back up. He'd get a Championship club, and if he had success, he could rebuild from there. And some might say that actually, from Rangers, actually a Championship club is a step up, and actually he should be plying his trade in that league first. But I'm going to be picking a little spoiler. I'm going to be picking my punt from Villa this week because I think, and it'll be an attacking asset because I think they'll be playing some attacking football. I think they'll try and outscore teams. It'll be an interesting watch.
Mm.
Yeah, who have Villa got this weekend, mate?
They have got. I did just look. Brighton at home.
Yeah, Villa's fixtures aren't actually where they're up and down, actually, aren't they?
There's a lot of mixed bags going on.
Yeah, Brighton, Palace. Then you got City, Leicester, Liverpool, then Norwich, Burnley. So I wouldn't get in loads and loads of Villa assets. Martinez he hasn't been the same goalie he was last year, has he? I mean, everything's been off at Villa, so maybe they did need a bit of a fresh face.
Yeah, he's the number one. He's the number one goalkeeper, isn't he, for Argentina?
Yeah.
So he's and he wasn't going into last season. So his worldly value has increased massively. But yeah, his performances do appear to have dropped off. But then so do that of a number of Villa players. You're only as good as the team in front of you when you're a keeper, aren't you? I mean,
yeah.
Well, he is still Villa's highest point scorer this season with 44.
Well, there you go. I mean, if you look at it's a team that's been in disarray, injuries, new players coming in. The captain dropped inexplicably a couple of weeks ago. There's not been a lot of continuity in terms of starting 11, so I think maybe you can cut him a bit of slack. But like I say, with Gerrard being, I think the attacking force is going to be. He might surprise us, but I think he's going to be play quite an attractive attacking brand of football that potentially does leave holes at the back. So I'm not sure I'll be looking at defensive assets.
No, that's fair enough. When I was speaking to Rob on Monday, he's a Villa fan, and he was saying about how Dean Smith had kind of become desperate. And it's hard to trust Rob's opinion due to the whole, smoked, unsmoked bacon thing. But
absolutely, I question his integrity.
Yeah, it's natural too. But he said the one player he thinks is going to thrive is Leon Bailey, who has been the only player who, when he has played, has looked half decent.
Yeah.
And he hasn't played many games. He's got 3 assists and 1 goal in the equivalent of about 3.5 games in minutes. He's played in 6 games, but most of those have been from the bench.
Yeah.
So maybe Leon Bailey, who's priced on the game at 6.4, would be one of those players that Craig was asking about, who may well come good in the next between now and New Year.
He may do. I mean, I saw his performance against West Ham at home, and he was the worst player on the park. He was absolutely woeful. He got hauled off after about 70 minutes, but then he played the next 90. He played the next 90 against Southampton, which really surprised me because he was appalling. But he did come to the Premier League with some pedigree, and if Gerrard can tap into that, then it bodes well.
Okay, fair enough. Do you think Norwich have any chance now they got Dean Smith, or is it just same old?
No. I'm pleased with Dean Smith. He's got another job so quick. I think he was potentially harshly dealt with a little bit of Villa. But, I mean, for him, he's got nothing to lose, really. I think Norwich will go down whatever. They're just not good enough, are they? They haven't got the quality in the squad to stay up.
It's weird, isn't it? It's weird. We say that, and yet they absolutely walked the Championship last season and the season prior to coming out last time as well.
They keep doing this,
obliterated it.
They do keep doing this.
Whereas teams that finished below them somehow managed to find the resolve to stay up. It's an interesting one. I think Stuart Webber, the chief exec there, said that he'd been monitoring Dean Smith for a long time, and he'd been on their radar as a potential candidate to take over from Farke. And yet, when they sacked Farke, they said they had somebody in mind. So I'm not quite sure what happened in the interim. Maybe they dropped who they had in mind, or perhaps the person they had in mind said no. I don't know. The rumours that Lampard was linked, wasn't he, quite heavily?
He was heavily linked, yeah.
And maybe they decided, well, look, Smith's become available. We've always liked him. Sorry, Frank, but it's a no from us. I don't know.
So which two teams are going to get the best new manager bounce then? And I'll include Spurs in this because he's only had one game.
I think short term, Villa and Newcastle for me. I mean, for Newcastle, it can't get any worse, can it? They're the only team in the league this season yet to win a game.
Correct.
So surely Eddie's going to do that, and there's no better chance he's going to get at home. St James's Park will be absolutely buzzing. Brentford are hopelessly out of form at the moment and feel like they're really starting to slip down the league. No better chance here, is there? So Newcastle, and Villa, I think, Mike's kind of sold it to me there with old Stevie G coming in. I think they will. Norwich, I don't know, boys. I just can't see it for me.
Spurs' fixtures are crazy good.
I think that's going to be interesting, isn't it? How if Kane can replicate his England form for Spurs when he's not playing pub teams.
It's a club that needs momentum. And it's been very stop-start for them for the last few years, really, since that Champions League final. Everything's been stop-start, whether it's a change in manager or off-the-field problems or crucial injuries to Kane and Son, and then Kane and then Son. I think this next 5 games could be massive for Spurs. And I think they get on a run and they've still got a decent squad. I think actually Conte and Howe will be the two. I think Villa will be good. I think you'll see a change of style, but they're still a team and a squad that are yet to gel, and I don't know how long that's going to take. But I think, Spurs have proved that they can do it. That opening game against Man City, they were phenomenal against Man City. They showed what they can do in that game. They showed it in flashes this season, but I think Conte will make the difference. I was disappointed with their performance away at Everton, but he'd only been in the job a few days, and I think he'll have had time to get his feet under the table and give it some proper work. For me, Conte and Howe.
Yeah, I agree with Mike actually on that one, and I really think that Emerson Royale, it's Emerson Royal, but I'm going to go Royale because it makes it sound like a burger. So the Emerson, if you order an Emerson Royale in your team, he's 4.9 million.
He's also injured.
Is he?
He got we didn't get to our Argentinian correspondent, but he got injured.
What was his name? I have interest.
It was Lionel. He Messi,
God,
mate. Come
rest his soul. We lost him over the international break.
Yeah, sad times. Romero got injured. Lo Celso played the full 90. As to somebody I've got McVitie's written down here. I'm sure that's not him. Martinez. But Romero, I think is unlikely to play. Not least because he's injured, but also he's got that flight back from Argentina.
Yeah, but I didn't say. I said Emerson Royale.
Oh yeah. Did he get injured? Who does he play for?
I don't think so. Spurs.
I know he plays for Spurs. You donut. I mean, what international team? Is he Italian? He's Brazilian.
He's Brazilian.
Oh, this is amazing.
I've got no idea whether he's injured or not, to be honest. Someone got injured.
Capital of Brazil. I bet neither of you know it. Capital of Brazil.
Sao Paulo.
Incorrect. Anthony.
Hang on a minute.
Don't Google it.
No, it is.
You actually meant a literal minute.
It's a hamstring injury for Romero, by the way. It is a hamstring injury for Romero. So crack on with Royale.
Were you going to say Rio, Ant, by any chance?
What, the drink? No, I was going to say Sao Paulo.
No, it's incorrect. It's Brasilia. It's just a bit more Brazilian.
That's a shame because I was going to, if you'd come to me as the Brazilian correspondent, I was going to be Paulo from Sao Paulo.
Well, there's always March.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll still have a podcast by March. I don't know.
Did I mention Romero's injured?
Yeah. Crucially, you did. Cool. Also crucially, Emerson Royale, the burger, is not. So good times. Okay, gents. Well, let's just quickly run through the fixtures. We don't have to go in too much detail because everyone's just, to be honest, this podcast this week is just to remind us that FPL is even on again. I don't know about you, but the break just took my mind off it completely, and it was only today I started looking at what had been going on during the internationals and who was even in my team. So it's just to help refocus. So, Mike, do you want to run us through the fixtures?
Yes, indeed. Leicester Chelsea's lunchtime kickoff, just after Mickey Race's son or daughter are born. Leicester Chelsea, a game where Leicester traditionally you would think turn up. It's really difficult. Following an international break, having a Saturday lunchtime kickoff, it strikes me as one of those games that will take a while to get going. I mean, we're all littered with Chelsea defenders now, aren't we?
Littered. I've got 3 of them. What am I going to do in this game?
Will they keep a clean sheet?
Probably not.
I hope Vardy comes good. Again, he's someone he'll be fresh. Chelsea players not so much. And these games, as you say, these lunchtime games straight after the international break are very rarely classics, are they?
No, but you're right. You're right, Ant, to mention that Vardy has got freshness in his legs. He'll have had a 2-week rest, which he won't have had for some time. And against a Chelsea defence who haven't probably had a great deal of time to do much planning and tactical prep ahead of the game, he may well exploit that.
Imagine briefly, if you could, and don't get too excitable, but imagine briefly that you're me, okay?
I thought that is.
Yeah, what a treat that must be for you. If I dwindled it down
I'll be back. I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to go and sort out this god awful quiff I've got in my hair.
You know what? That's just come naturally. I washed it, dried it, and it hasn't gone away. It's a bit weird. That
looks inspired by Jimmy Neutron.
Thank you. That's a reference. That's a reference to the past. So I've got James, Rudiger, and Chilwell. If I had to pick 2 of those, which ones would you go for?
It's Antonio. It's Antonio Rudiger.
Thank you.
No, it's Antonio Rudiger. You said James Rudiger.
James, Rudiger, Chilwell. Thank you for your quickness, though.
James and Chilwell for me.
Mike? Yeah, me too. James and Chilwell. I've got James. I haven't got Chilwell. But yeah, those 2. I mean, James is in the form of his life.
I think he's the most informed player in the game at the moment.
Yeah, love him.
Yeah. Did he play for England, Mike?
Yeah,
he did have an English correspondent, but
no, we didn't. But yes, he did play and played very well. He played alongside Trent on the right-hand side against San Marino.
Oh, okay.
So Trent in a slightly more advanced position.
Fair enough. Okay, next fixture.
Aston Villa against Brighton is the first of our 3:00 kickoffs. New manager bounce. We've said that Ant's certainly back in it. I'm certainly backing some more attacking play. Can Brighton? They've had some decent away results. Can Brighton nick a win here? And if so,
good form.
Yeah, if so, where do the goals come from? I've mentioned Trossard there. Most shots on target this season out of anybody.
Well, Trossard's keeping Mopé out of the team at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Villa. What options for Villa? Anyone? Ollie Watkins?
I think it's a case of just seeing what Gerrard does. We don't know who he's going to favour, who he wants to play.
Yeah.
Ings is injured, so you kind of think Ollie Watkins will be up on his own through the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But he may get pushed out wide again when Ings comes back, so I wouldn't want to put him in my team. I'd get annoyed about that, I think.
Okay. And are you boys, you're not moving Sanchez out, Phil?
I don't know. I might get all excitable on Saturday morning and make a double substitution, a double transfer. But I've only got one transfer to make. And at the moment, it seems pretty dull to go Sanchez to Guaita.
Mm-hmm.
It's not very exciting, is it?
It's not the best, but you do need a goalkeeper that plays, I would suggest.
What are you doing then, Ant?
I'm going to take him out, but for who, I'm not yet sure. Probably going to have to be a -4 this week, boys. Liverpool over Southampton is looking doubtful. I've also got the likes of Mopé, who's obviously not playing at the moment. So, yeah, it could even be a -8.
Wowee.
And you should do it. It's so much fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Well, I mean, got absolutely nothing to lose. Only had 1 week this year that's been in the top 2.5 million. So that says how well it's going. So nothing to lose.
That is crazy. Next game, Mike. As somebody who's made 56 transfers already this season, I thoroughly recommend it. Burnley. Bristol. Maybe one day.
I'm off to Bristol. I'm off to Bristol on Sunday.
Do enjoy yourself.
All night, you crazy man.
What are you doing in Bristol? I mean,
I am off to a gig. That's right, a gig.
Oh yes, you are. Yes, I'm babysitting for you.
You are. I hope you are, because it's going to be a late one. We're off to Bristol, which is nearly 2 hours away, to see Daddy Freyr, the Icelandic artist, and I'm very excited about seeing them. He has got some fantastic dance moves, and I think he'll put on a really good show with the rest of the band. So that'll be good.
Danny Freya of Eurovision fame, of course.
Yeah, but he's sold out like all his venues. Like he's doing some in America, some across Europe, loads in the UK, sold out. So I'm really excited about that.
Well, enjoy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Burnley, Crystal Palace. Not one for the purist, I suspect. Crystal Palace away win there, lads. I know Burnley just before the international break picked up a bit, but
what about Cornet for Burnley here? He seems to be their kind of outlet, doesn't he? He seems to be scoring some great goals as well. He seems to be a real outlet for them, and they have picked up since he came into their team and started scoring goals. So, as I mentioned earlier, they finally got a home win last time out. So, I don't know, boys.
Burnley have got the second worst away form in the league.
Good job, they're at home.
Yeah.
Oh, are they?
They're at home, as we've just spoken about.
Oh,
where were you?
Sincere apologies.
Welcome back to the pod, mate.
No, but next week that's going to be a really, really good start.
Yeah, that's sound advice for next week. Yeah.
Newcastle, Brentford. By golly, we've talked about this already, haven't we? Will he bring Ryan Fraser in? There's my question.
No.
Okay. And will Ivan Toney break a little run without goals?
No.
Will he ever score again?
It's his former club. Ivan Toney.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, that always adds a bit.
No.
Bit of spice. No. Okay.
Not for me. King Eddie.
Okay. Norwich at home to Southampton. Like I say, another game for Southampton against the Dean Smith side. What do we think here?
Score draw here, boys. Southampton have hit a little bit of form, haven't they? But with Norwich, two things. They've just finally got their first win of the season. It was a good win as well away at Brentford, and they got the new manager bounce. Dean Smith probably feels like he's got a point to prove now as well. But I doubt they can still win this game.
If you're looking for a little bit of different, as Eugenia said earlier, you could look no further than Shea Adams.
How much?
A bit.
I mean, how much money? Not how much further do I have to look?
Oh, I'm sorry, I have no idea. But he's,
thanks for your help.
I'm going to say 5.6.
I'll get you the answers. So, Ant, what's your guess on Shea Adams?
I reckon he's a little bit more than that, 5.7.
Oh, you're going to like this. If you, you'd think those prices would be about right, wouldn't you? Would you be as interested in Shea Adams if I told you he was £6.8 million?
Oh, no, on your bike, son. No, forget it.
Adam Armstrong? Was he an option? Scored an absolute beauty, didn't he, last time out in the win against Villa?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
But
5.9 million.
He's not been prolific, has he? That's his second goal this season. I don't know, but it's against the Norwich team that haven't been fantastic. So maybe. Yes, Livramento with that there for sure. So we're flagging that up. Watford against Manchester United. This feels classic Watford, classic United. Watford win.
Two words. Josh King.
2 words. Solskjaer out. I feel like this is the one. This is the one. He's had no time to prep the team. They've come back from all over the globe to play this game. They travel down to London. They go to a bouncing Vicarage Road. Watford do some sort of, they turn it on, don't they, occasionally against the big sides. We've seen it do it many, many times down the years. They scrap. They win it 1-2-0. And Solskjaer loses his job. I think we've predicted that Solskjaer's going to lose his job every pod this season, but I think this is the one. I'd love to know the odds on this.
Every single time you think he's got to go now, he then goes and gets a result, be it in the Champions League or when they beat Spurs a couple of weeks ago. He does it every time.
Well, Watford have the worst home form in the league.
Yeah.
Well, actually matched identically with Manchester United.
Hilarious.
But away form, Manchester United are 4th in the form.
I know. I do. I am aware of those stats. Watford are 7-1. Just had a quick look at best odds at the bookies at the moment. I've just got a sinking. I've just got a little feeling about this. Little feeling for Watford.
Yeah, I'm with Mike on this. Even though I think Claudio is not the best appointment for Watford, and I think they're still going to struggle this season. I'm with him on this one. It feels like a game that, is not there for United at all.
I mean, Ronaldo does love playing against teams like Watford, but then he loves playing against teams like Serbia, and that didn't go very well for him in the week. So, yeah. And he likes playing against teams like Republic of Ireland. That didn't go very well in the week. So, yeah.
Yeah.
He's old, and he's played a lot of football in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. He's playing
he's
incredible.
He's older than Wayne Rooney, lads.
I know.
Crazy. Right. Wolves against West Ham United. Two teams in decent form.
Yes,
well,
great.
West Ham again. David Moyes, what a job. Good grief. What a job he's done there. Second time around.
There's so many assets you could look at here. I like Cresswell. I always toy with the idea of Cresswell. He won't have been playing international football this week. So, yeah, if I was looking at maybe swapping up one of my premium defenders, somebody talked about Tierney earlier on. I think one of our listeners.
I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jared
Bowen.
Bowen in, haven't you?
I've bought Bowen in. Yeah, just because he just continues to return like week after week after week. It's he's so consistent in terms of FPL points. But I also bought Hwang in, and I'm hoping that he might pick up a goal. Cresswell, you've got the beauty there, haven't you? That if they don't keep a clean sheet, more often than not, he's involved in the goals, be it from taking set pieces or lovely crossfield balls. Yeah, I like Cresswell a lot.
Yeah, I'm all over Zuma.
Is now the time?
I'm tempted
I think you said December, didn't you? You said December, Zuma.
Yeah, but the Christmas films have been on TV.
I've made my Christmas village.
Zuma. Well, exactly. So I'm thinking maybe Rudiger to Zuma.
All right. Yeah, nice. That's nice. It's cheeky.
Because the triple Chelsea didn't work for me last week. I might give it one more week and then move Rudiger out for Zuma, because Rudiger's 5.9 and Zuma is 5.4. So it's just a bit of money saved.
Yeah. Fresh off the back of his 90 minutes for France, Zuma. If I was looking at a West Ham defensive asset, it would be Cresswell. But anyway, look, you've made your case for Zuma. Liverpool Arsenal is our tea time kickoff. Arsenal, they've had a lovely little run of games, haven't they? I think this is the one where it all suddenly unhinges and everyone starts screaming for Arteta out again.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Agreed. I can't see him getting a result here, but Smith Rowe's doing all right for himself, isn't he? Recently, he's banging the points and, of course, scored on his England debut. Again, it was against the pub team, but yeah, at Anfield, I can't see past the Liverpool win.
No, I think this is a comfortable Liverpool win, actually. Yeah.
What Liverpool players? Because I've ended up with triple Liverpool, which is how I ended last season. But I've gone early now, and I don't know how comfortable I feel with having 3 Chelsea, 3 Liverpool.
You've got the dream 3, right? You've got Jota, Salah, and Trent.
I have, if you include Jota as a member of that dream 3.
I think he is.
Mane, Salah, and Trent would be the dream.
No, I'd have Jota over Mane right now.
Would you?
Yeah.
Controversial.
Yeah.
If you had unlimited money, you'd prefer. Really?
Yeah. Because he's guaranteed the game time. I know Mane is as well, but I think Jota's a threat in the air as well as his feet. Yeah. If you gave me a choice of the two, I'd take Jota.
Okay. Gabriel for Arsenal. Interest you at all? Is he out of reach, Mike? Just to get there before you.
Oh, good one. Yeah, dreams can come true, but I don't. No, I don't think so. I wouldn't be looking at Arsenal defensive assets. This is the one position that I haven't changed out that I was tempted to in terms of Ramsdale, because he's I might even bring in Foster for that cheeky Man U game. I've got Foster on my bench along with half the players in the game.
Oh, you see that?
Maybe I just follow the convictions. Yeah. Maybe I follow my own convictions and I take Ramsdale out of this one and I say, because I know he'll get save points, but bring him out and say, you know what, Foster's going to keep a clean sheet.
Oh, maybe. You know what, Foster, I'd completely forgotten that Foster had started playing and his price had gone up to 4.1. But that might be the issue, a way to solve my issue with Sanchez. Although, Foster's fixtures coming up are Man United, Leicester, Chelsea, and City.
They're awful.
But come the 10th of December, it's Brentford, Burnley, Palace, and Wolves. Mm-hmm. And in the same time period, Brighton have they've got Spurs, Wolves, Man United, and Brentford. So you could switch him over.
You could, but I'm not sure that's I'm not sure that's a justification for bringing him in. That Sanchez has got just as bad fixtures. I think he's a decent sub. He's a decent sub keeper. Presumably, your sub keeper is costing you £4 million at the moment, is he?
Yeah. So for 0.1 million, I can keep Sanchez and not have to sub him out.
Right.
But get rid of Luke Steele or whoever I've got on my bench, some player that doesn't play, and then 0.1, I can solve the problem, and then moving forward have 2 playing keepers.
Yeah, well, that's what I've got. I've got Ramsdale and Foster.
Yeah,
who originally cost me 8.5.
Wow. Yeah, it's nice combo. I've got Danny Ward in goal for Leicester just because I really like watching Wales play.
Amazing. Okay. I've got Begovic.
Oh wow. Oh,
classic.
Okay, then Sunday afternoon we're on to now, lads. It's Man City at home to a, well, I would say questionable Everton side right now. I know they played quite well, didn't they? Well, certainly second half in their last game out at Goodison, but yeah, away from home against Man City, who both teams will have had an extra day on the training field. Maybe Man City can come out all guns blazing in this one. They've not yet been consistently smashing teams, have they? But this feels like one where they could.
Well, they lost last time out, didn't they? At home, didn't they, to Palace? So, which you would have thought was a banker. But yeah, Everton for me are very up and down at the moment, aren't they?
Well, they always have been, but they spent so much money in the past few years. They are a lesson for Newcastle to look at, because Everton got tons of cash and it's gotten nowhere. And I think Benitez will be gone by New Year. He'll be sacked by the New Year.
Wow, that's a big call.
Because as soon as the fans turn on him, because the whole Liverpool connection, I think they'll turn quicker on him than they would another manager. And I don't think the way they've been playing is great. They really miss Calvert-Lewin, who is another one of those players who, should he come fit, get him in. But I think he's got a short time in that job.
So just looking at Man City, Torres is out injured. Grealish has picked up a knock, so unlikely to play. So that does limit them a little bit in terms of Pep Roulette. A couple of players that went away and had really good international breaks. De Bruyne, although he was declared incredibly tired, did play for Belgium over the weekend, got an assist. As did your man Benteke, actually, for Belgium, and just as an aside. But one man who had a really, really good international break was Gundagan. He scored 3 goals in 2 games and got an assist as well. So I mean, they were playing Liechtenstein in the first game and Armenia in the second, but nonetheless, he was the star man in both games by all accounts. Havertz as well, nipping in with a goal against Armenia. But yeah, going back to City, Gundagan, I think would be worth a look. I know he's inflated based on last season at 7.2, but yeah, I'd consider him. I think he'll start.
Wow, I mean. A little fact about Armenia is that the world's oldest shoe was found there in 2008. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah. Good times.
5,500-year-old leather shoe was found in Armenia. Very historical place. Yeah, I mean everywhere is historical.
I was going to say, as are most places, really.
Yeah, but like people lived there a long time ago, whereas they didn't live in other areas of the world at the time, or at least it's currently undocumented. But yeah, like most places, it's historical. It's been here a similar amount of time, I'd suggest, as even our little village.
Moving on, Tottenham against Leeds is our final game. But it was great, good chat. Tottenham against Leeds, 4:30 kickoff. 4:30 kickoff. Conte, he's had a couple of weeks now with his feet under the desk. Against a Leeds team who are yet to really pull together the form they've had from last season. Raf, I'm worried, is going to be too tired to play, but we shall see. Can I also just mention from that Brazil game, as an aside, man of the match against Argentina by a country mile, apparently, Fred. Anyway, no, apparently,
I feel
Roy
sorry
Keane would have
for
loved
Fred.
that.
Apparently, he was.
He is rubbish for Man United, by the way. He's awful.
Who is your favourite Fred?
Oh, Freddo's the chocolate.
Yeah,
I like a Freddo. I like to Taz more, but They
Fred
rebranded
Dinage.
Fred Dinage.
Oh yeah, Fred Dinage.
Still going strong.
Fred Flintstone for me.
Yeah,
Least favourite Fred, probably Fred West.
Oh wow.
I sort of went all partridge there. We've kind of discussed the upturn in form we're expecting from Tottenham. Son, Moura, Kane, maybe Bergwijn as a kind of outside bet. Would you jump on anyone Leeds, guys, or not?
No, not for me.
Just
Especially not defensively.
Just lambs to the slaughter stuff. Conte's first game at home in charge.
Feels like it could be.
Yeah, Leeds haven't been anything like the team they have been last season, have they? Second season syndrome a little bit for them. Feels like it, doesn't it? I can't see them going down, but it's not going well.
They shipped a hatful of goals first game of the season away at Manchester United. And I fancy they might do the same here. Meslier may well have made the second most saves in the league. I think he's going to need to make quite a few more on Sunday afternoon. We'll see. And there completes the fixtures.
Yes,
Lovely.
thank you. Thank you, Michael.
Pleasure.
Thanks for going into such detail when I clearly said we'll just whip through them quickly.
Sorry, lads.
Hey, it's extra content whilst Mickey's waiting for Lucy to push that baby out.
Push! Breathe. Push!
A lot of back rubs. That's my advice.
Yeah.
Not for Mickey, for Lucy.
I would just find yourself a quiet space in the corner and order a pizza.
Okay.
Agreed.
Cool.
For the nurses, obviously.
For the nurses.
With one extra.
For the nurses. Okay, then. Yeah, well, thank you very much. It was Uncle Fred was my favourite. I think we had an Uncle Fred, didn't we, Mike?
Did we?
Yeah, Mum's uncle. So it's effectively our great Uncle Fred.
By golly, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm sorry, mate. I forgot all about him. With the greatest respect to dear Uncle Fred, may he rest in peace. Who I last saw maybe 25 years ago. Yeah, I've seen Fred Flintstone more recently than I saw Uncle Fred.
Oh wow.
Dear. Well, everyone, thanks very much for listening. If you enjoyed the podcast, please do leave a review on Apple. Don't know why I even bother saying but
if you don't, leave a review anyway. There's no such thing as bad publicity.
we can always include it in our blurb when we send it out to prospective businesses.
Sorry, what now?
Yeah, we don't. That'll get edited out. 127 edit out.
Prospective businesses.
Yeah, I don't know. Really tired. Anyway, thank you everyone very much for listening, and please do have a lovely week. Mike is wanting to say something.
You'll edit this bit out as well because we've got to talk about our punts.
We've got to talk about our punts. So
how could we forget? We're at touch here.
Let me just check. 127 shambles. Okay. So
I'll make it quick, boys. Maxwell Cornet. Burnley.
Oh my goodness. He's
yes,
I mean, he's got the courage of his convictions. Fair play to you, Ant.
There you go. Got to back him.
Mike, do you just want to explain what the punts are? Because Ant's just gone ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, boys.
He's excited. He's super excited. He's got a Burnley asset as his punt. Yeah, every week we ask, we come up with a player of 2% or less ownership who we think is going to get a return. The player with the highest score, as long as they've got a clean sheet, an assist, or a goal, will qualify in terms of immunity from having their captains picked, but one of the other two will have their captain picked by a listener. But how, dear listener, can you get to pick our captain? Well, you too can pick a punt via Twitter. Use the hashtag punt.
No, don't do that.
Just don't use hashtag punt.
Just send us a message.
Just send us a message. Or
FPL threesome pod.
Yes, or respond to the tweet that Phil puts out ahead of kickoffs Friday or Saturday. He'll put that out with your player. And if your player is the biggest return of all our listeners, you'll get to pick one of our captains.
Wow.
Phil,
I love it.
Who are you going for?
I am going to join Anthony and hit the Burnley train.
Oh, my God.
Oh, hello.
Grief.
We love Burnley down here. I'm going for the old wood chopper, Chris Wood.
Oh, you love Chris Wood. Okay, I'm going for Emi Buendia to hit the ground running under Gerrard.
Good shout.
Oh, nice.
We'll see.
Okay, well, thanks for listening again. Thanks for listening. This is like the third time we've ended the podcast. Please do have a good week. Enjoy being back on FPL. Relax. If you have a bad week, don't worry, because next week when you listen, if you want to listen again, we will have definitely had worse. And thank you to all our international correspondents as well.
Yeah, great stuff. And bring on the hot crisps next week. The real deal.
Wow.
Who was our friend? Was it FPL Chris that popped in?
It's FPL Harry.
FPL Harry was hoping to see some live hot crisp eating. Harry next week for shizzle. Manizzle.
I don't know if that's a weird offer or what. Okay. Anthony, anything you'd like to say before we go?
Bring on the hot crisp, boys.
Okay. Cheers. Thanks very much for listening. I mean, the last couple of minutes, what a train wreck. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great weekend. Take care. Bye.
No. Bye-bye.